The team has put a lot of effort into building a very well-knit set of technologies that enable this journey that I'm excited to share with you. And the reason I sort of took the approach of talking about the journey more than the technology was, having been a CIO, I was a CIO for EMC. We were a $20+ billion company at the time. And it took the helm of the company as CIO when the onset of the last downturn, 2008. And it's an interesting time to be in technology because the business asked you to take costs out of IT and in turn scale the capabilities of IT to take care of the business when they're trying to be more prudent and more efficacy around how they spend things. And I learned more in my tenure as a CIO than I probably learned in the 25 years prior to that, or 20 odd years before that. And the reason I sort of took this topic was because I had a team. It was a large team. And Reza at the back. Reza, raise your hand. Reza Markabadi over there was one of my business unit CIOs. In other words, the role he had was interfacing into the business and as their CIO. And he was part of my senior leadership team. But I had folks on my team, much like yourselves, the same sort of backgrounds. I looked at the profiles of the people here, who knew more about IT in their pinkies than I would know in a lifetime. And I learned very quickly, and that's about the only thing I consider myself smart on, was how do I tap into this incredible wealth of knowledge and passion that existed in the IT organization. And it was amazing because when I would talk to my IT team, doesn't matter what part of the IT organization, it was almost like they felt they weren't doing a good job. And it blew my mind. It blew my mind because I had done the build part of IT as a services person. I had done the deploy part of IT as a services person. I had never done the run part of IT as a services person. And that was the hard part. That was where the rubber hit the road. That's where I talk about having a ringside seat to the circus that sometimes is IT, not because of their own doing, but because of the stuff that's handed to you. I will say to you, in the context of digital transformation or digital mandate, no one can lead that effort in any company today outside of the IT professionals and the IT leadership that exists. People can come up with new titles, and we can debate them. But it really is the coming together of IT professionals who don't have to talk business anymore because the technology is kind of understood and can really do the things that we need to do. Because you see the business left to right. It doesn't matter if you're a business analyst or you're running applications or you're running platforms or you're running security or you're running DevOps. You see the business left to right. Every aspect of it. Who's more suited to getting that right than you? And I will say to you, your CIOs are looking at you and your teams to show them the way. I used to always ask the question because it baffled me because I was so in love with the run part of our business when I became CIO. When my team would say, we want to get this technology in place, we want to put this in, whether it be infrastructure or applications or anything else, I'd go, but who's going to do it? Who's going to make it come alive? How? How's that miraculously going to happen? And if they didn't have a good plan of action about the people, individuals, names, teams, not third parties, our people that owned it, very high likelihood I wouldn't sign off on it. Not that round anyway. I'd let them go sweat it a little more. Digital transformation mandate, it's not complicated for IT folks. What has, in my opinion, held us back is a little what I talked about in the morning, is having that roadmap that enables you to move forward. I say this in jest. We taught business gigahertz, megaflops, MIPS, petabytes, bandwidth. These terms, we taught the business that. IT folks taught the business that. They didn't talk that. We made them unlearn business talk to learn IT talk. It's time for us to unlearn the IT talk so we can have business talk. Make sense? No? Yes? And that's how we get the digital conversation. It isn't magic, folks. You do it every day. Your teams do it every day. I would urge you to not have the tech conversations and have the great business conversations, because the technology is flat. Everybody knows what we're doing today. If I was CIO today, I wouldn't have a technology conversation with anybody. So I'm hoping that the effort we're putting in Puppet and our ecosystem, in a small way, we're a small part of that ecosystem, enables the journey, the digital journey. In fact, I'm writing a book, and most of my own team don't know this, that encapsulates the journey from CIO to CEO. And it's a digital journey. It's about taking your business and making it digital. And it's not really hard. You just need to know which battles to fight. And technology isn't one of them. So with that, I'm going to pause and look around the room to see whether I've completely confused you, or hopefully provoked you into thinking and asking me some questions. Maybe 1 or 2 questions. Yes, no? This is a really weird room because I've got lights in my eyes and I can't see you. I'm sure there are people out there. Well, I'm around for the next 2 days. I would say to you one more time, as the CEO of a tech company, it's not so much about the tech. It's about your team and your team's ability to lead and deliver the magic that makes that technology real. Okay? In every single way, I would say IT needs to lead. It's IT's time to lead. And don't do it the hard way. Automate the heck out of it. If you're doing it more than once, or you have a single point of failure, or you've had an outage, those are all perfect instances of where you go automate. That's where you start. That's what gets you to 15% ASAP. Like that. Fix those mission-critical outages with automation, not Band-Aids and remediation. Okay? I wish I had more time. I know you've got a packed agenda.